Hey, Yaz, I'm good. How are you?
I am pretty good. Actually, I'm awesome because you know what? We're talking about comfort food and like, how can you not be feeling awesome when you're about to dig in? So, yay.
I could not agree more. I love that we do these little surprise comfort food sessions. This is our second one. Um, so surprise me. Tell me what you got on that
Yeah.
plate there. Let's take a
Well,
peek.
I'm excited. I'm kind of excited to go first because I'm really wanting to dig in. It smells so good over here. So, today I have a pasta. It's, a pasta that, has evolved over time. So, you can see the picture here that it's got, what looks like regular spiral pasta, pasta sauce and like a Parmesan sort of cheese. But the ingredients, I have to talk about these ingredients because you know what? Pasta for me, I don't know for you, but probably for a lot of people and probably for you, it's like such a comfort food that for years I was like, oh, it's bad. Don't eat it. Like, stay away. And I've missed pasta. So I brought it back into my diet and I want to share, how I've made it better. So, let's just off the bat, let's just talk about pasta and what I used. So I didn't use regular white flour pasta because my God, if I did, I'd be in about half an hour, 45 minutes, like falling asleep on the couch, not feel like, because I'd totally have an energy crash.
Yeah.
So, and that's part of why I gave up pasta, back in the day, and why it has such a bad name, I guess, pasta, because it does spike your blood sugar. Yes, it makes you gain weight and all those things. But when I think we get really afraid of carbs, and afraid of what we can eat and what's okay and blah blah blah. So I'm using chickpea pasta for this pasta today, and it comes in all different shapes. It comes in like spaghetti, comes in, spiral, all that. And you cook it the same. So it's like basically the same, but it is full of fiber. So that's the thing that's missing in the carbohydrates that makes it bad. Right. And I know Tanya talks a lot about this, and this is why plant based and healthy vegan eating is so good for you and your blood sugar because it's so full of fiber. So that's my little rant on the chickpea pasta. And you could, if it's not chickpea pasta, it could be another legume pasta, something like made that still has the fiber. So it's made from something with a lot of fiber and it's still in it. So then what we did is at my house, we always have pasta sauce on hand. So I just really just pulled it out of the freezer. And it was something that my husband made. And I've taught him how to make it so that it's healthier. So we're using grass-fed meats, pasture-raised meats. And actually in this one, it's really good. It's kind of interesting. We have wild boar, if you can believe it. Wild boar is in my pasta today. And we got it from Nicholin Farms, like one of my favorite places to get meat because the meat is the right meat, it's the good meat. And then we put in like a whole bunch of veggies. That's the key to making the sauce, fiber full is lots and lots of veggies. So it's cut fine, so you can't really tell. And I find usually like people visiting or, kids are like, oh, they don't really notice. Or sometimes they're like, is this broccoli in here? Which I
I
love that.
love it. Hiding it in there.
Yeah. And so to me, so it really feels like pasta and it's not like, some weird thing. But then we're going to layer on some nutrition, just like you taught me. I'm so proud of myself. So today I'm layering on not cheese like I would have in the past, but Tanya's TLC pumpkin parm.
Ooh.
I had it made up. I made it a while ago. I know this lasts like a little while in the fridge. So I just pulled it out and it tastes amazing as the day I made it. Very Parmesan-y. And I just layered it on top of this. So I'm so excited to eat this amazing meal that I know has lots of variety of nutrition in it. It's going to be comforting. It's going to stop me from like going through the drive-thru or something like that. So yeah, yay.
Yes, so much nutrition. Like my mouth is watering. You literally, in my opinion, like nailed it. This is how we take exactly the no meals into the most healthy meal that you can, you know what I mean, have. You're hitting all of your macros there, including, we talk about fat. People watching might say, well, where's that fat? The fat's in the pumpkin seed Parmesan. Like, you know, you're layering it all in there. And fun fact, if you guys don't have pumpkin seeds, you can do it with sunflower seeds. Same exact thing, different layers of nutrients, essentially. So yeah, thanks for sharing that, Yas, because I do a lot of pasta. I do pasta at least twice a week because, as you know, I am plant-based. And on my TLC community, like, tons of the recipes are pastas. And I think a lot of people believe that they can't have pasta. You just show the people you can have the pasta, right?
You can have the pasta.
So you down that pasta, and I'm going to talk about one of my favorite comfort foods, loaded nachos. So if you can take a look at the video on the screen here, I wanted to go through everything that's on there. You can see there's artichokes, there's shiitake mushrooms, there's red peppers, there's 2 different kinds of plant-based cheeses on there. I have some sunflower sour cream. I have some lettuce, some green olives. So really, really loaded. I think, again, nachos are one of those pub foods. You go out, you have greasy nachos, whatever. Yeah, they are. They can be. But as we can show, they can also be something different as well. Like, I would get nachos every single time that we were out at the bar. That's how you'd finish your evening. Maybe that's how you'd start your evening, the appetizer nachos before, you know, eating something else. So when I transitioned, you know, and changed the way that I ate, I gave up nachos because I didn't know how to make them. So nachos are back on the menu on my house, like every single week. Possibilities endless, and they can be really, really, really easy. You can use what you have on hand. You can prep stuff. So for example, starting with the basic nacho, okay? They're not all created equal. Go take a peek at, let's say, the Tostitos brand. I'm not going to go through the ingredients here. Read the ingredients, not what should be in a nacho, okay? So I'm basically using organic, straight up corn nachos. The ones that I have here, sorry, a little loud, that's the Kirkland brand, okay? So stone ground corn, you know, very simple ingredients. I also really like the Late July brand, and it's beautiful when you can get the blue corn as well. So start with a really clean nacho here. I don't think I mentioned my protein when I went through that little video there, is my nut and seed meat. Again, you don't have to use a nut and seed meat. There's a lot of things you could use. You could use like a veggie burger, like a healthier version, like a Hillary's veggie burger, pre-crumbled on there. Okay, you could put some lentils on there as well. You can use, yes, if you're, you know what I mean, grass-fed, some of that grass-fed ground, you know, from where you're getting it from. So endless opportunities there. And then my key is tons of vegetables. And you can think outside the box as well. I used to think, oh, red peppers, onions, that's what comes on nachos, right? Well, as you can see, I had artichokes, shiitake mushrooms, and peppers left over from last night's dinner. So why can't they go on there? I want to take a second to talk about, just because I realized I was in my Escape to the Rocky Mountains hoodie here. There's a place in Banff, Alberta called Nourished Bistro, right on one of the main streets of Banff. You like look at the mountains while you eat. And their loaded nachos are phenomenal, and they're plant-based. You can get either vegetarian with cheese, or you can get vegan with plant-based cheese. And they boast like almost 20 different ingredients. There's blueberries on there, there's strawberries, there's orange segments, there's quinoa. So when I started going there, I really realized, like, you can build whatever you want with your nachos. You know, it's really endless, like, yeah, endless. So
amazing. Oh my gosh. I just want to like stop you for a second and just like, whoa, you know, amazing. Because it really is outside. I never would have thought of the mushrooms and the shiitake, and just hearing about this place in Banff. Oh my gosh, I totally want to go on a vacation.
Girl, you and me both. I always want to.
And have some pub food, you know what I mean?
Yes, and that's exactly it. And so, like we said, the sky's the limit, even thinking outside the box. And me, I always like to finish it. So I have my my miso cheese sauce here. So I'm trying to find a nacho with the miso cheese, but looking closer at the picture that can pop back up, you can see that miso cheese sauce on there. So I'm getting fermented on there. And then I have the Green Goddess shreds in jalapeno cheddar. And I always like to finish it off with something cool. So that's why I use the cashew sour cream, as well as something crisp. So I had some of this romaine lettuce cut up. You can use microgreens on there, you know, anything. So I really like to finish it up. Once it comes out of the oven, add that cool, whether it's some salsa, whether it's some, you know, whatever cream of choice of yours, and some crispness. That greens on top, it's like, it's perfect. And again, you're layering the nutrition. So I don't know, nachos for me are so super comforting, and like, you can't go wrong. You know, you actually can't go wrong with your toppings.
Yeah, all those toppings sound amazing. Yes.
Yeah, so something that I have regularly, and even chili. So I'm thinking of all the nachos I make, because I literally make them a week. I'll make like the TLC, like slow cooker chili. You just layer that chili on top, and then you throw even more things on there, you know, and at the end you can still add your you know, sunflower cream, or, you know, whether you're using a cashew cream, and your greens on top. Like, it really is endless. Sometimes I don't know what we're allowed to say, Big Mac nachos. So I use my TLC, the sauce that you've used on your burgers, the Mac sauce, with, you know, another ground meat option. That's usually like a really splurge day. I'll use like a Beyond Meat patty on there, and I'll put onions and pickles and the Mac sauce. So make your nachos, whatever the freak you want to make your nachos. That's what I say. But make them. If you like nachos,
nacho freedom.
Eat them, right?
Amazing. I love this. You know, I think now you have convinced me to add nachos to like my weekly roster, because I mean, it's so flexible. Who would have thought?
I have one more thought, as I just had to sneak a nacho. Sometimes, for variety, I will cut sweet potato very, very, very thin, and pre-bake them a little bit first, and do my nachos on top of that. So also, if you don't always want to have corn chips, or if you're someone who's sensitive to corn, right? Corn can be an allergen for a lot of people. You don't have to give up your nachos. I promise you, I will always find you a solution. You can nacho a sweet potato. Just a thought, you know, thinly sliced, so that, you know, there's still thin slices like a potato chip, and still easy to pick up and feel like you're eating a nacho.
Yeah, what a brilliant idea. Oh my gosh. Yes. Amazing. I love that.
So I'm really glad that we did another segment of surprise comfort foods. Again, I think it goes back to the importance of not only nourishing our body with the variety of good ingredients, but that we can do that in a fast way, in an easy way, and it's still comforting our emotions, and like feeding that, you know, what we need inside of us to give us that happiness and joy. Food is happiness and joy, no matter what we say. I don't think as humans, we have the ability to make it anything otherwise.
Yeah, I totally agree. So well said. I love that we've had this amazing time together, you know, of sharing our comfort foods, and like really digging into like the comfort foods that felt taboo, you know, grilled cheese, pasta, nachos, fries, and poutine. Like, my God, so much fun.
Yeah, so much fun. In fact, Yaz, that even though this season 1 has come to an end with this episode, I'm so excited to ask to see, are we doing a season 2? Should we be coming back with this?
I feel like we should, because, you know, this is fun. It's just fun to hang out. It's fun to eat food together, and I want to learn more. So I'm in.
Absolutely, me too. So to everybody who has watched, who has shared, who has resonated, you know, we appreciate you so much, and we will be back. Look for us in the spring of 2022 with season number 2.
Season 2, baby.
All right, Yas. Well, until then, I'm going to go take some more of these nachos and chill a little bit, feed my soul, my emotions, and I'll see you in the spring.
Same. See you then.
Okay, take care, Yas. Bye.
Bye.